Right, well, glad to have you back. I still have my special guest with me in the studio, and yes, we've seen the Minister of Foreign Affairs for China, Minister of Foreign Affairs for China came over to Nigeria, and he met with the Minister of Foreign Affairs here in Nigeria, and a whole lot of talks went on, on the strengthening of the bilateral relationship between the two countries, to foster cooperation and help strengthen, trade and investment, and, back to the MOU that was initially discussed when the president went over to the country and all. But now coming straight to, I feel China is one of those countries that Nigeria seemed to, the relationship between the two nations seem to be so, solidified. I don't know if you agree with me. But now, I would want us to look at the motives, if possible, and probably how. Yes, let's first look at the motive. In your own opinion, what would you say China is really looking for as regards to, the relationship it has with Nigeria? Although, of course, we've seen that Nigeria seems to have benefited a lot from, the Chinese. We currently have a whole lot of, construction. We have the rail lines and all of that. But what do you see at the other end of all of this?
Okay, Nen.
Yes.
China isn't excited about having a social relationship
with Nigeria. Okay.
They are not excited. Yeah, you could see that.
I feel like they are business people.
They are business people.
95% capitalist economy.
When you see them, they smoke, get their cigar and cigarettes, and they look straight into your eyes and
they tell you,
my friend, go do that. Now, and you got to do it. What I'm saying here is that China and the Chinese communities, wherever they are, they are technically and business-like inclined. Now, they are always out there to get jobs for their citizens.
Okay.
Look, they have so much population there, and they don't want that population to become a cost onto them. So anywhere they go, they give you $1. They want $1 to serve their citizens, even in a foreign land. So every kind of MOU they bring to you, they put an eye on how can it also help their citizens back home, take them out of unemployment market. You understand?
Yeah.
So you saw what the Chinese foreign minister, how he got so much close contact with the president about a few days ago. And he came handy with notes. Look, these are the areas we want to partner with you.
You're so specific.
So specific. and not just the Chinese now. When you look at what Trump did, and he's not yet sworn in. He's going to be sworn in 28th of this month. But you could see what he's been doing. Things up. He's looking out to get the Greenland. He's looking out. He by his utterance, Canada lost the prime minister by Donald Trump utterance that Canada, he will slam a 25% tariff on Canada. And with that, the finance minister, Canadian finance minister, had to get a kind of issues with the prime minister, and she resigned. Now, just a few weeks afterwards, then the prime minister resigned. He's been causing, that's what you call deliberate leadership. You understand? People who come in, even before they were sworn in, they started talking about how citizens will get jobs, how European countries, except they leave their country to come and set up factories in the United States, so that Americans, more and more Americans will get jobs. This is what leadership is all about. If I can't get something for my boy, at a decent education, and I keep riding in a big car, then it's shame on me. If I have come borrowing from them to pay my kids' school fees, I should be very, very well proud of it. But if I come to them, even not borrowing, come eating at your house while my kids can attend school, then I should be useless as a father. So leadership in Nigeria and Africa, what exactly with all the resources raw materials, raw in everything, lithium, petroleum, crude oil, whatever. What else do we want from God? No volcano, no hurricane, no wildfires, no winter that kills crops. What else do we want? And now, China is here with all the billions. They are actually looking for a way to make that work for their citizens. So I think we should learn from them. Ajakuta steel mill is there. It hasn't worked for almost 4 decades. Alaja mills is there. The fertilizer company is there. How much of fertilizer are we getting? Is it the best we can get for what God has done for us? You understand? So I think we should actually emulate China and the Chinese and the Americans and say, look, as they bring the list down here, trying to force those lists down our throats, we should also look at and say, okay, hold it there. Okay, you just brought this. Okay, how many Nigerians can you train in this sector? Okay, how many of technology you possess can we exchange so that as we give you this, then we also in the next couple of months and years begin to produce this locally. Then we reactivate our technical institutions so that as you go in there, spending 2 to 3 years, you know, as you're coming out, you're going to be on your own, not going about with CVs. So I think we have lots to learn from Chinese and the Americans and the Europeans.
All right, so let's have Mr. Emeka. And how might China's increasing economic influence in Nigeria affect the country? And looking at the fact that we have a huge debt, you know, already on the line. And do you see this bilateral relationship we have with this country? Do you see it's actually, you know, taking us, that as a country, to the place we are hoping to be? Or do you sort of see us going off that? Okay.
We're not serious people.
Okay.
That's the truth. We're not going anywhere because we're underwhelming.
Okay.
Yes, China is doing, yes, China's second largest economy in the world and all of that. Nigeria had a head start in terms of many things before China. Bridges, infrastructure, power supply in this country. Power supply at Ijora was in 1896. Before many cities in Europe and the United States. And then now we're looking up to China to build railways for us. The British built railways for us in the 19th century. We're now looking up to China to build railways for us in the 21st century. What is wrong with us? President Tinubu went to China, you know, came up with a long list of expectations. But the Chinese foreign minister has come and just stick to defense. Now China is calling other countries, foreign countries. That foreign countries should not interfere. Foreign countries, you know, do you know what that says?
They are part of.
Very good. They are not very good.
They are part of the family.
They're taking ownership of what should be exclusively us by virtue of the sovereignty, the doctrine of sovereignty. So other countries should not interfere. Why? They say they are giving us a grant of $1 billion. Come on, Nigeria. Come on, we're talking about Nigeria, for crying out loud. This is the same kind of thing that General Victor Malu, who was Chief of Army Staff, rejected in 2001, 2002, when the United States said they were coming to train the Nigerian army. You know, people said, how? Train the Nigerian army, how? Please show me in the last 3 decades, which war in this world that China has led the military effort and successfully put it down. And I will point as far back as 1960 in Congo, when Nigeria got involved. I will point to you Liberia. I'll point to you Sierra Leone. I'll point to you other areas, excuse me, that were not wars per se, but, you know, when Nigeria intervened militarily, you know, or Nigeria pushes diplomatic might, you know, and everybody stood still. The world powers ran away. They looked away from Liberia, but we went there. They looked away from Sierra Leone, but we went there. Right? You know, so how come Where did the rain start beating us? China is giving us 1 billion grant. You are now going to expose defense and security secrets to China. Do you know that? All these power plants they built up and down, they have critical information about our national assets in their hands. Why are we doing this to ourselves? What is $1 billion anyway? Grant. It's not as if they're going to give you cash. No. They're going to bring the officers. From that money, they're going to train the officers. You have a more robust, you have robust antecedents, in defense and military development. If we had built NDIC, Nigerian Defense, Corporation, if we had built it in Kaduna, when General Muhammadu Buhari was head of state in 1984, he visited, yes, it's NDIC.
Oh, Daikon.
I'm sorry. He visited Daikon in Kaduna. And he made a profound statement. He said, Nigeria should now think of building military hardware. I still remember that. 1984. He said, we'll start building that. Because they showed him the prototype of a tank, that was being, designed, and I think was it Gulma or something there, and if we had continued with Daikon, Defense Industries Corporation of Nigeria, we were continuing with Daikon, building different things, by now, we will be, even if not world leader, but at least moderate. You understand? Moderate. Morocco is exporting cars. That's one of his areas of strength. By now, we ought to, I know, yes, seeing Proforce have been exporting some of these things to Belarus, some African countries and all of that. Yeah. But we can do much better. Nigeria has led peacekeeping efforts and has been widely commended. The military, the police, been highly commended, received high commendation for our participation in all these things. Then what is China now coming to teach our military? Is it how to shoot guns or how to what? How to do what? So the thing is this. If it is to maybe provide us assistance in certain areas, yes.
Which they offer to.
No, it's beyond that. What I'm not comfortable with is telling us that you're coming to train our people. I'm not comfortable with that. Train us in what? No, now show us if you're talking of the United States ran away from Afghanistan now. Abi, you may think I'm being harsh, but I'm just telling you the reality because I'm a historian. And you will see, just write it down. What I'm saying today, you will, at the end of the day, is what will come to. The United States ran away from Afghanistan, abandoned equipment there. The same thing, USSR abandoned the same Afghanistan because it lost a lot of soldiers in the snow. So if they now come and start saying they want to train Nigeria, in what? Did Nigeria abandon Liberia? Did we run away from Sierra Leone? When Charles Taylor was becoming a problem, President Obasanjo then found a way to bring him out and got him handed over to the International Criminal Court. Right? It happened in this country now. When Sao Tome, there was a coup in Sao Tome. President Obasanjo flew to Sao Tome and told those guys that I'm giving you a few hours to return military rule, to end this military rule and restore democracy. And they did it. What about in Gambia? Yahya Jammeh. You saw how our people removed Yahya Jammeh, right? Nigerians have held command positions, in a lot of countries. Remember in the 70s? We paid the salaries of civil servants in Canada and all of that. When we said money was not our problem, but how to spend it. What we need to do is this. Let us recalibrate our entire system. Look at where the rain started beating us, right? Then know what measure of assistance we need from all these foreign all these countries. And I'm happy that the Minister of Foreign Affairs said something that we will not hire foreign mercenaries.
Yes.
To deal with our security challenges. Yeah. I thought he would have also followed up to say that we will consider this offer from China, because I don't think, that was why President Bola Tinubu went on a state visit to China. because I didn't see the key things. Go and look at what was issued now by the presidency, you know, about expectations from the visit.
Yeah.
And look at what this foreign minister from China, what he put down. Look at them side by side now. What I'm talking about? Where are the expectations? Have the expectations been fulfilled? You want to come and train our military, train our police? Is that what the president, is that what the president went to China to achieve?
Yeah.
Let's get serious, please. Nigeria is a great country. It's a big country. We just, diminish ourselves because we think, oh, we can go everywhere, borrow money, look for aid. And Nigeria, we have what it takes. We have what it takes to stand as a solid country if we solve our internal contradictions. They are the ones that should come to us to ask us, oh, we're having problems in the South China Sea. How do we solve them? Because how did you solve your own in Africa? Please come and teach us. China coming to teach us. Come on.
All right. Sadly, time is far gone. But thank you so much to Madunago Chumika, who is an editor of Metro Star newspaper. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Yes, and thank you to Inuma Shomale, who is a publisher of frontpage.com.ng and also the Assistant General Secretary of Japan. Yes, and thank you so much to all our viewers as well who were part of the program. I'm sure you did enjoy our conversation. And if you sure did, then do well to join us by this time next week, Saturday, for more interesting discussions. We'll be bringing in different editors, journalists, public affairs analysts. So it's really going to be an interesting conversation, and I would love you to be a part of it. Once again, my name is Nenwarangi Mazaka. As for now, goodbye and see you next week, Saturday.